Greetings game collectors and welcome to today's show. Since the early days of computing, people have been in both awe and fear of our ever-developing technology. Computing and gaming have long gone hand in hand, but so have computing and artificial intelligence. Combine the three and you get artificial intelligence games. Chess has a long history of development within computing. For decades the game has been used to test whether computers can outthink their human counterparts. Chess lends itself well to this type of theoretical question. The game has a standardised number of pieces, board and rule set, making it an ideal modelling base for programmers and mathematicians. The chances are that if you were a computer user in the 1980s or 1990s, you encountered at least one chess simulator. Most likely the Chess Master series, Star Wars Chess, or my all-time favourite, Battle Chess. There was one series though that slipped quietly around the outskirts of the mainstream games though. That game was Sargon 3. This channel doesn't usually feature much chess, but today is an exception, as the story of Sargon 3 is worth sharing. Sargon 3, although perfectly usable for the masses in the home, found itself competing against some of the best chess minds in the world in the 1980s. Sargon was introduced at the 1978 West Coast Computer Fair, where it won the first computer chess tournament, a tournament held strictly for microcomputers. The software finished in 7th place at the October 1979 North American Computer Chess Championship. Later that year in December, it easily won the second Microcomputer Chess Championship in London. In a change from Sargon 1 and Sargon 2, Sargon 3 was a complete rewrite from scratch. Instead of an exchange valuator, this version used a capture search algorithm. Also included was a chess opening repertoire. Sargon 3 also had the notable distinction of being the first third-party executable software for the Macintosh. Now this may shock you, but I was a member of the chess club and the after-school programming club when I was in high school. I've always been one of the cool kids. As such, I have a lot of respect for this type of software. I'd rank myself as better than the average man on the street at chess, but I'm certainly no professional. Although I can't give you the chess master's verdict on the game, I can show you what's on offer. First of all, you will notice the weight of the box. It's much heavier than the standard game package, close to 400 grams in total. The front cover is rather bland and it honestly looks more like a training package than a commercial game. The back of the box lets you know that this is the world's finest microcomputer chess program. It also highlights that the game is from novice to master and has a library of over 68,000 moves. There's also a call out that this is the most sophisticated algorithm in chess software. Sargon 3 has beaten a chess master with a ranking of over 2,200. So for those of you not too familiar with chess rankings, here's a little table to understand how impressive a score of 2,200 is. A score of over 2,400 is categorised as a senior master. Anything over 2,200 is considered a national master. Based on Sargon 3's performance in competition, we're looking at some fairly industrial AI. Upon opening the box, you find a soft green bed of foam to protect your disc. You will also find two booklets. The first is printed in German language only, and is only printed in black and white. The second manual is a little more accessible for English readers. The manual is packed with chess knowledge. Everything from official rules to special moves. There's also a complete rundown of all the in-game features. Everything from time limits, hints, draw offers, and all of the usual features you would expect to find in a chess game. The special features menu can help with opening moves, tactics, and strategy. Here is also where you will find an option called Great Games. Select this and head back to the manual to look up one of 107 legendary games. I'm going to relive the magic of the 1974 match between Karpov and Spassky from Leningrad. The manual has pages of great games to choose from, and brief descriptions of each match. If you're a hardcore chess player, this is a great feature to learn from the masters. Once you've selected your legendary game, you can watch the computer play out in front of you. It's interesting to watch, but very difficult if you're an amateur player to understand all the tactics and underlying strategy. Although a true accomplishment for AI chess programs, it wasn't until nearly a decade later when a computer won both a chess game and a chess match against a reigning world champion under the regular time-controlled rules. The IBM computer Deep Blue beat reigning world champion Garry Kasparov. In terms of computing history, this was a true turning point. We had entered an age where computers could outthink us on a fair playing field. Kasparov disputed that Deep Blue had won and that IBM had used human intervention, citing that he sometimes saw deep intelligence and creativity in the machine's moves, suggesting that during the second game, human chess players had intervened on behalf of the machine. However, on this occasion, history records that a computer did beat a human. Deep Blue itself was a custom-made computer unit rather than just a single piece of software. This is different from Sargon 3, as Sargon 3 is essentially just an engine. So, how does Sargon 3 play? Well, as you've probably guessed, it's incredibly tough. At best I could give the software a good run for its money, but the software was able to analyse a depth of 7 moves ahead easily within short time limits. From an experience perspective, Sargon really is exactly how it looks here. No fancy graphics or animation. It's just a very straightforward experience. For what it does, it's near perfect. I feel I'd rather still be playing something more light-hearted like Battle Chess though. Although I'm obviously very impressed with the technical knowledge needed to program this type of software. Typically, chess software does not hold its value very well, as there is almost always a new edition available. Sargon 3 is no different. Don't expect to pay more than a few pounds for this game. The programming dedication and execution isn't reflected in the collector's price. In terms of collecting this one, I'm going to have to be critical and say, no, you don't really need this game in your collection. Although the game is great to play, it's very easy to get a modern and better looking chess simulator off the shelf for pennies. For historical value though, it's a nice item to have, and I can imagine that a dedicated chess and programming fan would be pleased to be gifted this one. The manual is fantastic and the software is a true accomplishment. If you happen to have the chance of playing a Sargon game, I think that you'll appreciate the skill needed not only to create this game, but to beat this timeless classic.
Pawn to c5.
So, what's your favourite chess game? Have you ever played the Sargon series? Let me know in the comments. Hello again, I hope you enjoyed today's show and thank you for the view. Remember, you can always comment, like, subscribe and find us on the social media sites below. Happy collecting!